The dimensional modulator on the blinker, now air in the pipes.
Doctor! Doctor!
Oh, it's you two. Whatever's the matter. Look, if they don't have crispy duck...
Doctor, open the door now!
All right. Hold on to your wonton.
Crispy duck and egg fried rice, was it?
I think you better shut the door, Doctor.
I give up. We come to the Lau dynasty for a nice bowl of wonton and crispy duck and exactly how did you manage to upset the locals?
Let's just say the Lau Palace turned out not to be a restaurant.
Of course not. It's a palace. Which would explain the Imperial Guards hurling spears, I suppose. Maybe we should make this a takeaway. I hope you left Emperor Chanzo a good tip.
Yeah, use more salt.
Maybe just need some new valves.
Doctor, what's happening?
Don't panic, just above. Hardly a scrape, really.
What with?
Another spaceship! Oh!
That's new. Ooh, it's rather pretty, don't you think?
Is it real? I mean, is it really there?
Of course it is. It's a dimensional lesion. I'll show you. You see? It's a portal.
But what's it doing in the TARDIS?
Caused by the impact with that alien ship, I'd say. Rory, pass me the sonic, will you? And don't throw it!
Sorry.
Duh.
Interdimensional pressure differential. No worries, you can go and get it.
Me?
I can't go, obviously. I have to stay here and make sure the lesion doesn't close on you.
Close on me.
Hurry up! What's the Doctor without his sonic screwdriver? Inscrutable. Go! 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 Better hurry. This lesion looks a bit unstable.
One day, I'll be the one to stay safely in the TARDIS. Oh, it's always me who has to...
Right, Amy, we're going to have to fix this lesion properly. We need a dimensional equalizer.
And have you got one?
No, of course I haven't. There's no such thing.
Well, that's useful then.
But I'm the Doctor. I can make one, can't I? I just need a Cardanium vortex tuner and a Zardak holofield trap.
And have you got those?
Of course I have, in the drawing room. Now, hurry up and find them and put them together for me.
Now, where can I find the hollow doodah and the vortex, whatchamacallit? Okay, so thing A connects to thing B, sort of, and hey presto! Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you thing C.
Oh, good work, Pom. Efficiency. That's what I like to see.
Well, I try.
Works pretty well, even if I do say so myself.
Doctor? What's this?
It's a subtemporal distress signal from another ship.
Oh, the one we, bumped?
Honestly, it was nothing more than a ding. Well, we'd better go and take a look. Exchange insurance details. Ah, smell that. London.
Oh, it smells like something died.
Well, of course, it's 1605. You don't think they got bubonic plague because everything was clean, do you?
Bubonic plague?
Are you worried? I'm not worried. I'm a doctor, you're a nurse. Besides, 1605 was a quiet year for the plague. Only around 400 people died from it.
So we're in London, but where?
Isn't it obvious? Underground.
I was hoping for something more specific.
You want something specific? I'll be specific. We've got a problem.
How did that get here?
I'm afraid we brought it here. It's a byproduct of our scrape with that alien ship.
It was scrape now, is it? I thought it was just a bump.
Point is, this probably isn't the only one, and they're being generated by the proximity of the TARDIS and whatever we bumped into, which is fine. Only we can't go until we've found that ship, and meanwhile this lesion is highly unstable, and if I'm not careful, it could swallow up the whole of London.
I'll get you the equalizer thing.
It's going to take a bit more than that. So, you two try and find that ship while I deal with this. And remember, the Lau dynasty was 400 years ago. That's when that ship crashed. Wherever we are, this is probably built on top of it.
Okay, Doctor.
And Pons, be careful.
The time is nearly upon us. Soon, the false king will be dead, and England will rejoice again in God's pleasure.
A great day for all. Now, come. We have business with our brothers.
They sound suspicious. Let's see where they're heading.
These old creaking corridors make some noises that would make the dead shiver.
Do you think we can trust everyone?
We were all chosen because we can be trusted. Do not doubt that. I trust you left your house in order? God is on our side in this endeavor, but even his work may take a heavy toll. Who is to say which of us will see the morning?
I did as you asked.
Good. Your family deserve the future we will bring them.
Another rat! I hate the filthy things. This town is infested.
Ease your fear, my friend. The rats were born to the sewers, but there is far worse vermin in the halls of the monarch. But soon we will destroy them, and the king rat upon which they all depend.
Then, pray to God they take these unholy brethren with them.
There must be someone way to find out what these dodgy characters are up to.
Shoot! Shoot!
There is something about you that those rats find irresistible.
Get lost! Huh. That's strange. That torch, it's flickering like air's rushing past.
Lady Winters, your beauty illuminates even these dank surroundings.
Enough of your flattery, Catesby. Is all set?
Aye, milady, it is. Tomorrow the Protestant king will come to open his parliament above us, and will be welcomed by 41 kegs of gunpowder.
Oh my god. We're under the Houses of Parliament. It's 1605 and this is the gunpowder plot.
It will be my honour to light the fuse.
And he must be.
Guy Fawkes.
You and your men have done well, Catesby.
It is God's work to remove this impostor king. Our plans were in motion before you joined us, my lady. But your presence has brightened our toils.
Who the hell is that cheesy creep?
Sir Robert Catesby, I think? He was the brains. The thing I want to know is who's she?
Lady Winters.
There wasn't any Lady Winters. The plotters were all men.
We have all been given a paper detailing the group's final meeting tonight. We shall rendezvous as planned.
We've got to find out what's really going on here. We need that bit of paper.
You create a distraction. I'll grab the paper.
We need to get our hands on that document.
I'll wait by that door. If you can create a distraction to bring them out of the other one, I can try and get that paper.
Right! What in heaven's name is going on here?
Guido, the rats! They're everywhere! The filthy devils!
Fool. Ignore them. We have a job to do. Come on.
Milady, I know we do what we do for God and for England. But I want you to know, if I'm not destined to survive these proceedings, I shall carry the memory of your sweet face to heaven.
All I ask, Fawkes, is that you raise that place above us to ruin.
Did you see that? Her eyes glowed.
We need to tell the doctor about this.
We need to get our hands on that document. Right, take him the paper and tell him what's going on. I'm gonna keep an eye on Lady Gaga.
Okay, just be careful. Alright?
You too. Let's see where you're headed, Green Lady, with your glowing eyes. Where are you going? What are you doing over there? Where are you going?
Right, Gizmos, do your thing. Excellent. Less than excellent. Amy?
Oh my god!
Amy! Amy!
Thanks, Doctor, but now what's the plan?
Plan? I'm sorry, saving you from being fried to a crisp is as far as I got. A plan. Interesting idea. Ah, yes! Sensitive to high frequency noise. Well done, Pond.
Well, Doctor?
Well, what?
Well, how do you stop a great big angry flying jellyfish?
It's not a jellyfish, Amy. Jellyfish generally swim in water, not thin air. And they don't shapeshift either. No, that's a Rutan. And it's been a while since I last ran into one. Let me think a second. Stop that right now. I'll have... Fingernails on a chalkboard. No one can stop that.
After her! Come on!
She did it again!
I hate shapeshifters. They never play fair in a chase.
What was that?
A Rutan. I'm afraid that must have been what we bumped into. A Rutan ship.
So what do they want with Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes? Guido?
We saw him. Me and Rory, down in the cellars. Those cellars are under Parliament. This is 1605, Doctor. November 5th, 1605.
Yes, I know all that.
You know?
Remember the 5th of November? How could I forget? What I don't know is why Rutan would be getting pally with them. And the real problem is that it might not just be Rutans. The thing about aliens is, they're never as careful as they think they are. People notice stuff, all sorts of stuff. Odd stuff, strange stuff. Come on, Pond, let's go and find the word on the smelly street. Ugh.
Doctor, what's wrong with him?
He looks catatonic. No doubt a result of encountering the lesion.
What, you mean the lesion did this to him?
No, his brain did this to him. This is a London town crier in 1605. His brain has no point of reference for something like this. He's never seen a temporal portal before, so when his brain can't cope, it closes down.
Sir, I must thank you. This strange wonder has me bewitched. It is like some gateway to another realm.
Tell me what you know about these gateways.
Little enough. I went looking for the truth behind the wild stories that the young Charlie told me. And then, before I know what, a great many of these gateways appeared about the streets, and it worries me greatly.
Charlie? Who's Charlie?
A young orphan who came to me with stories of travelling through these strange gateways to the house of the Green Lady.
So what about this Green Lady? Who is she?
I haven't seen her myself, but everyone talks of an apparition of a well-to-do lady, beautiful to look at, who wanders the streets after dark. She is dressed in green, and some say her eyes glow like emeralds lit with cold fire. Others say she appears and disappears before your eyes.
You said there were more of these gateways. Where are they?
There are 2 others I know of. I can take you to them if you wish.
Okay, Amy, I'm going to go with this Sterling fellow and see if I can deal with the other legions round here before they tear London apart.
And what about me?
See if you can find out.
I'm looking for Charlie. Have you seen him?
You stay away from me. I ain't talking to no strangers. You might give me the plague.
So, what's the gossip on the streets?
Please, I'm in a rush. Good evening, miss. I am Alice Flowers, purveyor of fine herbal remedies.
Hello, Alice. My name's Amy. I don't suppose you've noticed anything out of the ordinary going on, have you?
Always, my dear. There's never a dull moment in London town.
I'm looking for Charlie. Have you seen him?
Indeed I have, miss. I saw him only last night, white as a sheet and soaked to the skin. Looked like he'd been scared half to death. Young Barnaby is a close friend. He may know of his whereabouts.
What remedies do you have for the plague?
For the plague, I make posies which can mask the poison vapours and prevent its spread. For other ailments, I make salves and poultices that you apply to the body.
Posies? You mean flowers?
A posy is a small bag containing a mixture of 3 herbs. Bring me bergamot, comfrey and lavender and I can make you one.
Tell me about Barnaby.
Another urchin, but a much sadder story than Charlie's. Plague took away his family, say, and left him with a terror of the pestilence. You'll find him wandering these streets, but don't expect much. Me?
Posies? You mean flowers?
I already told you. A posy is a small bag containing a mixture of 3 herbs. Bring me bergamot, comfrey and lavender and I can make you one. Just put the herbs into the bowl so I can give them a good mix. Just need to mix them all up and crush them a little to release the perfume. There we go. One sweet posy for your delicate, pretty young nose.
Here, take this posy. Can we talk now?
Thanks, miss. Maybe you ain't got the plague, but you got a downright strange accent, and you can't be too careful. What do you want to know?
Hey, I hear you're a friend of Charlie. Can, you help me find him?
I don't know where he is. Last I saw him, he reckoned he'd found a way into the Green Lady's house. Said something about some big tunnels near Parliament, and treasure there up for grabs. I don't know how right he was, but he was desperate to find a way of helping Annie. Asked me to look after her while he was away. I ain't seen him since.
You're an orphan. That's got to be so hard. How do you manage?
Well, I've done all right. When my mum and dad passed on with the sickness, I got sent to the parish. It's what happens to kids when their folks go. But there's nothing for me there, so I ran away and ended up on the streets. But I'm quick. People never catch me, so I'll make enough to get by.
A young boy like you shouldn't be pickpocketing and stealing. It's wrong, and it's dangerous.
Of course it's dangerous. And I'll be in trouble if the watch catch me. I'm fit to work, you see, so if they find me, it'll be a flogging, then sent back to my parish. The poor laws ain't kind to folks like me, but they've got to catch me first, haven't they?
That's awful. You're too young to be living on the streets. You should be at school. Isn't there one you could go to?
School, miss? Not me.
But you've got to have an education. There must be somewhere you can learn how to read and write.
Ain't got the money for no school, miss. Like my folks couldn't send me to petty school when I was young. Anyway, and stuff. They're for the toffs and churchmen. And even if I did get into one of them free grammar schools, how would I make money to eat and stuff?
So, let me get this straight. Green Lady's so-called house, big tunnel near Parliament, missing Charlie. Oh, I hope the doctor...
It's around that corner. Excuse me if I don't accompany you. After my previous experience, I have little stomach for sorcery. Well done, sir. I must say I'm impressed with your skill with the arcane arts. Now follow me to the next one.
What do you want?
It's all right, Margaret. This here is a man on the king's business.
I don't care if it's the risen lord himself. Get lost!
I think this might help.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. Right away. Come in, sir. Welcome.
Ah, Doctor, there you are.
Of course I'm here. I'm having way too much fun to be anywhere else. Now, what do we know about Charlie?
They say he's been following Winters to her house.
Her house? Interesting. That might mean he knows where her ship is. But do we know where Charlie is?
He's disappeared. Last time anyone saw him, he was wet and had been underground, near Parliament.
Do you know anywhere like this, Mr. Plum?
Sounds like the drains. Vile place, dark, filthy and crawling with rats.
Sounds lovely. Who in their right mind would go down there?
Why do all these tunnels have to look the same? Doctor, where are you? Oh, fresh air. Or at least that's better. A bit. What the heck was all that about? Look, whoever you are, listen. We have to get out of here now.
I am Black Rod, Sergeant at Arms and Keeper of the Doors. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Yeah, later. Right now, you see those guys? Well, they are Sontarans, and they are very, very bad news. Come on.
Field Major Karsh, I have a prisoner.
So, the human thinks it can subvert our plans here in this London city, and report back to its Rutan masters that the Sontarans have discovered their plan.
Look, mate, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never even heard of a Rutan.
Do not try to be clever with me, human. It will only cause you more pain. Why else would you be down here, if you were not in the service of the Rutan host? We know their ship lies here somewhere.
Listen, maybe if you told me what was going on.
The Sontaran Empire has been at war with the Rutan host for 50,000 years. Every Sontaran is pledged to Sontar to seek out and destroy its enemies.
So what are the Sontarans doing in London?
We have detected the distress signal of a Rutan ship. A Rutan ship for which both the Empire and the host themselves have been searching for 400 years. It is somewhere near here.
400 years? What's so special about it?
It contains something of strategic value to both sides.
So, what's going to happen to me now?
Prisoners of war are always useful. For experimental purposes.
What?
We Sontarans pride ourselves in our lack of complacency. We are always looking for a better way to kill. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a Rutan ship to find. Watch him well.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, there was a fly.
It's a sewer. There are bound to be many flies. Now get back. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Sir, I am in your debt. The enchantment put upon me by those bald devils seems lifted.
Black Rod? Oh, is that your name? I knew a Ginger Gavin when I was a kid.
That is not my name, it is my title. I am the Gentleman Usher of the Black Rod to the Parliament of His Majesty King James I. I am charged with keeping the peace within the walls of Parliament and guarding its treasures and secrets from those traitors who would steal them away.
How did you get caught by the Sontarans?
I was investigating rumors of another plot to kill the king. Twice already there have been Catholic plots to remove him from the throne, and there were whispers of a sinister presence in the halls beneath Parliament. When I came to search out the truth, I was confronted by those devils, and somehow they took me in their thrall.
They're not actually devils. They're called Sontarans. They come from another planet.
Another planet? I don't understand.
All you need to know is they're the enemy. King James, that's the Scottish one, yeah?
Indeed. King James was James VI of Scotland. Queen Elizabeth had no direct heirs, but James's great-grandmother was the elder sister of Henry VIII, and thus the succession passed to him.
Tell me more about Parliament?
The Parliament of England sits in the Palace of Westminster, and is formed of two houses, the Commons and the Lords. Each sit to discuss and ratify laws that are passed, as well as give assent when our monarch wishes to raise taxes.
What traitors would those be, then?
Threats to the crown come from many quarters. Spies of foreign nations, and a threat from Catholics within our own borders is constant.
Spies? It's a bit early for James Bond, isn't it?
Bond? James Bond? You confuse me, sir. Is this man a spy?
Oh, it's all right. He's on our side.
These days it is hard to be sure who is on whose side. England is wealthy and jealously coveted by our neighbours, and the Catholic threat is a constant danger to the realm.
Do you know how to get us out of here?
I do indeed, but we must proceed with caution. Follow me. Don't get spotted. Wait for my signal, then come towards me. Follow me. Nearly there. You're doing well.
Sontarans.
Down this way, and we shall be safe.
Where are we going? I have to get back to my wife and the doctor. He'll sort out what's going on here, I promise you.
Find your friends. Do your duty. Allow me to do mine. Protect the king's office.
That's beautiful.
The ceremonial mace. The symbol of our sovereign freedom. It must never fall into the hands of those bald devils below.
Right. Time to get this paper to the doctor. Those are the Sontarans.
Really? Well, thank you for pointing that out.
I was coming to tell you about them. According to Field Major Karsh, the crash ship is Rutan. They're at war against them.
Hang on, since when did you get so chatty with the Sontarans?
Yeah, well, they captured me.
Didn't get the paper, did they?
Ta-da! It's details of the plotters' meeting.
Really?
There's nothing there.
Oh, don't be so negative. Nothing there. Negative.
Get it? Anyway, I got the mind control device out of Blackrod's neck, and now he's hiding in his treasure room up in Parliament.
The treasure room?
It's behind a secret panel. The ceremonial mace and all this other stuff is in there.
Right. Well, let's see what secrets this piece of paper has for us. look at this. It reads, "Be at the Duck and Drake on London Bridge for 9 of the hour."
Are you really gonna go?
Yes. I feel a bout of infiltration coming on, maybe even some dressing up. You two, on the other hand, have to find that Rutan ship before the Sontarans, and we have to get that ship off Earth to get rid of those lesions. Right, let's get on with it. That looks like Robert Catesby, the leader of the plotters. Hello, I'm the Doctor.
We have nothing to say to you, stranger.
Hello, I'm the Doctor.
So our message reached King Philip. Thank the Lord. You can be of great service to the cause. Well met. It is good to see an ally in these dangerous times. If you truly believe in the cause, there is a small task you could do for me.
What do you want me to do?
Dealing with Parliament is only the first part of our plan. At the same time, we must secure a new monarch to place upon the throne of England. In order to achieve this, I need you to find me a sleeping draught.
Tell me a little about yourself.
There's little to tell. I was born a Catholic. I have known all my life the Protestant intolerance of those who worship in the true church. 4 years ago, I stood alongside the Earl of Essex in his rebellion against Queen Elizabeth.
The rebellion was a failure. What happened to you?
I was imprisoned and fined 4,000 marks, at which time I was forced to sell my estate. I have been preparing for the removal of the Protestant monarch ever since.
What was it you wanted me to find again?
Sleeping draught. A herbal preparation to put a child to sleep.
And what is the plan?
On the morrow, the heretic James and his lackeys will, by the grace of God, be sent to their maker via several £100 of powder that shall be lit when he arrives to open that den of vipers he calls a parliament. At the same time, the rest of us will ride for the Midlands, where we shall kidnap the Princess Elizabeth and proclaim her as our new Catholic queen. On hearing this, the hidden and oppressed Catholics shall rise up and flock to our banner. Without its leaders, the Protestant will be cast down.
That's Guy Fawkes, in the flesh. Hello, I'm the Doctor.
Welcome, brother, welcome. A brother of the true faith. How is King Philip?
Oh, he's in fine form. Always got a lovely tan. It's all that Spanish sun, I suppose, and the oranges and the paella. He does love his paella. Anyway, glad to be of service, Guido. I can call you that, can't I?
Sir, the timing of your arrival is good fortune itself, for the clock ticks, and there is a task at hand that requires one such as yourself.
And what task did you have in mind?
In a fit of healthy paranoia, believing I might be under suspicion by the King's men, I disposed of a reel of fuse wire over the parapet of the bridge. I heard no splash, so I believe it landed on the supports and so may be lodged there. If indeed I am being watched, then it would incriminate me and expose our entire endeavour, if I were seen to fetch it. But should you, good doctor, make your way beneath the bridge and retrieve the fuse wire, our mission to remove the King will be safeguarded, and I would be eternally grateful.
Here you go, Guido, your fuse wire.
Good sir, how may I serve you this evening?
Tell me about the other conspirators.
We are a gathering of loyal Catholics from all walks of life. Robert Catesby is the instigator of the plan, and each of us has their role to play.
But don't you think murdering the king is going a bit far?
This is not murder, this is the work of God. We are God's true soldiers in this endeavour. The Protestant monarchy and people of England have been condemning themselves to hellfire. What I do for the good of the nation and the souls of our people.
Thomas Percy, one of the gunpowder plotters. Hello, I'm the doctor.
Our business is of no concern to you, stranger.
Hello, I'm the doctor.
Impeccable credentials, sir. It is an honor to have you join us. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. A, discreet favor.
And what favor would that be?
My job was to obtain a parliamentary seal. I was returning from the successful mission when some pickpocket called Barnaby had a way with it. If you can retrieve it from the villain, then I would be most grateful, but above all, do not tell Catesby.
Stop following!
Good evening, sir. I am Alice Flowers, purveyor of fine herbs, remedies, and other wards against pox, pestilence, and ill vapours in these dark times.
Hello, Alice. I'm the doctor. I'm looking for something to help me sleep.
I can mix you such a draught, but I require the leaf of valerian. Bring some to me.
What remedies do you sell?
Many herbs, sir, in preparations to relieve all kinds of maladies.
Say I had, I don't know, a toothache. What would you prescribe?
Primrose root in vinegar, snuffed up the nose, works a treat. Or the sneeze wart, or crowfoot, and chewy mustard seed will do it too. I have them all here, sir, everything but leeches.
Leeches?
Those who are very sick should take a regular course of bleeding, but that is a surgeon's work, not mine.
Well, happily, I'm perfectly healthy.
It is quite safe and healthy, and leeches are only used on those afraid of the physician's lancet. There you go, my dear. A draught that would knock out the devil himself.
So what's the news in London?
Excuse me, sir.
One sleeping potion. Don't drink it all at once.
Excellent. You are truly dedicated to the cause. My good friend and ally, it is always a pleasure.
Have you performed the favor?
Please, I'm in a rush.
You're gonna have to try harder than that to catch me.
Greetings, sir. I am Alice Flowers, purveyor of fine herbs, remedies, and other wards against pox, pestilence, and ill vapours in these dark times.
Hello, Alice. I'm the doctor. What remedies do you sell?
Many herbs, sir, in preparations to relieve all kinds of maladies.
Say I had, I don't know, a toothache. What would you prescribe?
Primrose root in vinegar, snuffed up the nose works a treat. Or there's sneeze wart, or crowfoot, and chewy mustard seed will do it too. I have them all here, sir, everything but leeches.
Leeches?
Those who are very sick should take a regular course of bleeding, but that is a surgeon's work, not mine.
Well, happily, I'm perfectly healthy.
It is quite safe and healthy, and leeches are only used on those afraid of the physician's lancet.
How is business?
As long as plague and pestilence haunts the land, there will always be a call for my medicines.
What pestilences are about?
The flux and the sweating sickness is ever present in London, but what we truly fear is a return of the plague. Fortunately, I have the remedies to cure or ease many of these ailments.
What do you know about the plague?
We must be ever vigilant for signs of the plague. Not 50 years ago, it took almost a quarter of all souls in London. Since then, by God's grace, the outbreaks have been much less severe. Yet when it comes, there's no hiding from its deadly touch, not for anyone, young or old, rich or poor.
What remedies do you sell?
Many herbs, sir, in preparations to relieve all kinds of maladies.
Say I had, I don't know, a toothache. What would you prescribe?
Primrose root in vinegar, snuffed up the nose works a treat. Or there's sneeze wart, or crowfoot, and chewy mustard seed will do it too. I have them all here, sir, everything but leeches.
Leeches?
Those who are very sick should take a regular course of bleeding, but that is a surgeon's work, not mine.
Well, happily, I'm perfectly healthy.
It is quite safe and healthy, and leeches are only used on those afraid of the physician's lancet. If I knew anything else, I'd say. Hello again, Doctor. If I knew anything else, I'd say.
So what's going on around town?
Oh, I see that Bill Shakespeare's written a new play. Something to do with a Scottish king and murders and stuff. Sounds like he's sucking up to King James, if you ask me.
Again, Doctor, sir. I hope there are no more sorcerous gates giving you problems.
So what's going on around town?
There's been tales of a green lady wandering the streets at night.
Have you seen the ghost lady?
I've seen her with my own eyes. A beautiful woman dressed in green, with eyes like a cat, who stalks the streets after dark.